Hello everyone. If you can hear me, drop the fire emoji. Can you guys hear me? Welcome, 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 welcome. Welcome to the grand finale. Yeah, welcome to the last lap, to the final journey. Can you guys hear me? I have Favor here. Favor, can you hear me? If you can hear me, please drop the fire emoji. If you can hear me, drop the fire emoji. Yeah, welcome, welcome. Favor, can you hear me? Welcome, guys. Welcome. Please go and reach out to your people. Thank you, Chidera. Reach out to your friends and let them be on this call. Let them join this call. This is going to be an interesting session. Trust me. This is the last day, and we have so much for you guys. We have so much. I know somebody is saying, "Where's this guy's face?" Don't worry, later you see my face. All right, let's just do that. Okay, drop the fire emoji. Invite your friends. Invite your friends. Go and reach out to them and let them join this. Send them the link. Okay, send them the YouTube link and let them join this. Welcome, welcome. Chidera, I see you. Thank you, guys. Favor, are you here with me? Is your network okay now? Wow. So, guys, I want you to do something for us too. Please pray for us for network. Okay, it's been raining all day here in the southern parts of the world. I don't want to tell you guys where I am currently. So, so it's been raining all day. Okay, so let's pray for network for us. Let's have a very good internet connection so that we can be able to uh, go this section very well. But I trust God, and I believe that this particular session is going to be interesting. So, guys, I want you to please reach out to people. Okay, um, reach out, send messages, send messages, and let them join. Thank you, Oji. Yeah, I see you, Oji. Thank you. So go and tell them, share this link on your status, on your WhatsApp status, and let people, because we want more people to join this. All right, so share this thing on your WhatsApp status. Okay, the link is there. So once you just, as you are currently on your YouTube application now, you will see a part where you can actually share. So just click the share, and you see a part where you can share to WhatsApp. All right, so from that, click on that WhatsApp, then you will see all your friends list. So you can share it to 10 friends at a time. Let them just join and let them be part of this particular uh, session. Okay, this is the final session. We started this thing the first of this month, and in fact, we've had so many interesting sessions so far. So before I bring in my co-host, um, okay, my co-host is already here. She's set. Favor, are you doing? Favor, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you for now.
All right. So for now, right, it shall be permanent. Okay. So I'm going to put you on Favor, and so guys, welcome my co-host, my sweet co-host.
Hi guys.
All right. So I think what's the time now? Yeah, this is 1:43. So I think we can just dive into it right now, right? Favor? Okay. Thank you, Chiamaka. Chiamaka, I see you. Welcome. Welcome, guys. Please, let's keep sharing this link. Okay, if I don't get up to like 20 people here, I won't show my face. Okay, so we need 20 people here. So share the link, and let them be part of this. All right, let them be part of this. And I've already shared myself. Can you imagine? So, Favor, what's up? You ready for today? What do you have for us today? Favor, can you hear me? Hello, Favor. Oh, so Favor is having network issues. So guys, yeah, so welcome to this final stage. Okay, today is the final stage of this leadership accelerator program. All right. In fact, we've been having interesting session. By the way, if you have not watched any of our stream, all right, you can just go to the YouTube platform. You see a part where you can actually click on our videos. When you click on that video, you'll be able to see the uh, the list of the videos which we've done before. So you can watch our day, week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, and yeah, this is the final week. All right, and I'm sure you guys, in fact, what we have for you today is going to be an interactive session. So I want you guys, even the audience, are going to be a part of us today. All right, so you that wherever you're watching from, you can also be part of us. So please, I want you guys to bombard the comment section with questions. All right, you're going to be asking our speakers our speakers questions. So please make sure you get yourself prepared. All right, you get yourself prepared. So like I said, today is going to be about public speaking, right? So all you guys saw our video on public speaking. So particularly about stage fright. So we have it here today. Okay, this is going to be mind blowing. You're going to learn a lot from our speakers, from the people we have here. So, like I said, it's going to be an interactive session. All right. So get yourself prepared, and let's just dive into it. So we have 3 people here with me, and we have Pearl Yang, we have Ayobami Tadase, and we also have Favor Edubio. Okay, and then you have me, of course. So yes, we are going to actually be hosting today's program, and we want to just interact with each other and share from our experiences. So that's what we are going to be doing for today. So guys, I don't know if okay. So let's have who do you have here first? Okay, let's have Pearl. Pearl, can you hear me? Pearl, can you hear me? If you can hear me, please, you are on. Pearl, can you hear me? Okay, Favor. Favor is back. Favor, you're back. All right. So, Favor, what do you have for us today? If you can hear me, please. Okay, you can hear me. So let me put you on. So, Favor, what do you have for us today? What is your plan for us today? What are the things you have in store for us today? Because I know you have so much.
Hello,
And to even think that
hello. I am
the
here
last
once
meeting,
again. Hi, guys.
yeah. Welcome. Don't worry, your network is going to be stable in Jesus' name. Right. So yeah, so Favor, I was actually asking you what you have in store for us today. What are the things we should expect from today's
Jessica,
stream?
hi. First thing, you guys should expect it to be fun, right? This is the last, we're finally rounding off, as of last week, I was feeling a bit emotional. Well, everything has to eventually, come to an end. And it has been, I've learned a lot, especially from from you, the members, like your participation was really good, and I really thank you guys for all of that, because I got questions from them. I got all my fire emojis. I trust my people. They're always there to show up for me. So
Yes,
they're always
so
showing up for
yes.
me, and I appreciate you guys so much. Yeah, so like today
Okay,
it's going to
so
be more interactive, and we're going to talk more. We're going to touch different topics, and you guys are going to see some, interesting faces, interesting people. So I hope you all are ready. But it is going to be
yeah,
fun. That's like the most important part.
exactly.
And the
So
only issue that I'm
so
having,
so
right, is ensuring that my network doesn't log me off
network.
again, because it's
Exactly.
raining over here. So, and I think that's like
It
adding
is.
to it. But then hopefully everything, would work out perfectly. And I hope you guys are ready. Please,
Amen.
me, I don't know if John asked it for me, your girl, your favor needs her fire emoji. Like I need to see that you guys are ready. I need to see that you guys are ready for us to progress, right? You know, I don't want, I not like I want to spend the whole day here, right? But then I would love to see that you guys are ready, and ready for us to
Yeah.
get
Thank
started, ready for
you.
us to move on
I,
and
I, I I
get
think we
straight
have
into what we are about to do
Pearl here.
today.
Pearl, can you hear us, Pearl?
Oh yeah, I can, of course.
You
All
guys,
right.
we have
So guys,
an
I want you to
interesting
welcome
person
Pearl.
here today.
So
This is my
in fact,
madam. My
so Pearl, what do
madam.
you have for us today?
Great to have you guys.
What do you have for us today, Pearl? Hello, Pearl, can you hear me? Okay, I think network is showing my people
Network
shaky.
is pretty bad.
So so it's showing us shaky. All right. We are going to
We are
show
more,
you shaky
I
square.
believe we are more than shaking.
Yes, so so guys, so yeah, but so Favor, I wanted to ask you something. And what did you actually like?
Right.
You actually anchored the first one, the first meeting, which was on the first one we started. So what do you actually gain from that particular section? What's can you still record to that particular
You know,
section we had? That was the first section.
in fact, like there are so many things to say, right? Because I remember, like, as of the last week, right? I remember making a statement as to how everything is connected. So sometimes when I think about, the programs, when I think about everything that we've done, I don't see it as, oh, we had this on that day, we had this on this other day. Like
They are
when I
all
think about it,
connected.
I'm just like, yes, exactly. Everything is one, right? Like you basically, when you incorporate all the trainings that we've had, all the sessions, that is leadership, right?
That's leadership.
That is the word leadership. That is literally what it is. Because when you put everything together, you just see leadership. So when I think about obsessions, I don't think, oh, we talked about communication today, or we talked this last week, right? I just see leadership. I just see one thing, right? I see only one thing when I look at it. So yeah. So but I remember
Yeah,
that,
so
like the first one we had, we're talking about leaders, the different types of leaders. We looked at visionary leader. There are different styles. Okay, coaching style, or the one, yeah. Basically, that's kind of like what we touched on. But like initially, like
uh,
I don't see them, because I
and
believe that if
and
we isolate them, yeah, if we isolate them,
mhm.
like it begins
No,
to
no,
look
go
like,
on.
oh, this is one concept, that is one concept. But if we put it together, right, we now have what we're actually looking at, which is what leadership. So yeah, that's it.
And if you look at it, looking at today's topic, public speaking, that's a lot, like public speaking, because I remember that time,
Yeah.
and I think like 10 years back, yeah, 8 to 10 years back. There's this when people hear of public
Interesting.
speaking, they'll be like, no, I know be your mate too. They'll be like, they'll be like, what's public speaking like? Is that a skill now? Is that something you are supposed to actually learn? Then because
Yeah.
people were just doing it like because it's public speaking, and public
Mm,
speaking
mm.
to them it's just like as if you are talking to different people. Okay, that's what public speaking was that time. But now I think it's even way beyond that. It is not just about talking to people. It is a skill you need to
Mm-hmm.
actually learn, and it's something you need to take serious. So that's why, in fact, that's one of the, when I saw the topic of today, I was like, wow, this is something interesting. And I know we have guys here that are actually into this public speaking. They've been doing it for quite a number, like for so many years. And the likes of Pearl, the likes of Favor, that actually, in fact, people have actually been rooting for you, Favor. From the last two episodes, they've been rooting for you. Like, yes, we want Favor on this call. We want Favor to come and speak to us or something, because the
Yeah.
way you do it so effortlessly. All right, you do it so effortlessly. There are some people that cannot access the camera, not to talk of the crowd. They cannot just look at themselves on camera. They can't see, even to look at the camera, and they can't do that. Okay, it's not because they don't want to do it, but it's just stage fright.
Mm-hmm.
It's something that is connected. They just feel this kind of weird emotion
They haven't.
around them. You understand? So it is actually a big deal. We don't, you don't know that you are actually doing something great by just being on the camera. There are some people that they can't even try it. All right. So, and there are so many people. There are other people that cannot even talk to people. So public speaking is huge, and is a lot. Okay, and as a leader, you need to be able to conquer
Right?
certain things that are connected to it. So, and I'm glad to actually be sharing this stage
Yeah.
with you, with Pearl, with Ayobami, which is going to join us shortly. So, and what is your own topic? Because I know that we're actually splitting this into into four segments. So, what
Yeah.
part are you actually taking?
Okay, so I actually chose I chose that I was talking on, because I felt that it spoke more to like what like to how I grew, right? Which was okay. So my topic is overcoming stage fright, right? I was, in fact, if I say this, some people may not believe, but I could never do things like this before. I was always scared, like what am I doing there, right? So I will be talking on overcoming stage fright, right? I may not have all the tips or things to say as to how you can actually overcome it, but then there are certain things that I did that that eventually I moved into being able to speak in front of people. So yeah,
Now,
that's
now
what
you
I will be
now,
focusing on
now
today.
you don't now. You don't, like, you just talk about you just kill us on screen. The way you do it, Pale, of course you have part of the first, the second, and the third. This thing, the way people actually do these things, sometimes I just wonder, like,
Right?
she will just
Yeah,
take control of
it
everything, and she will just be
is.
like, wow, this is nothing. And to the point that even the audience were actually rooting for her, like, like, Favor, you need to come and speak to us on pop. You need to come and here you are speaking already. So this is like a dream come true. So we need to pop champagne for that. All right.
I do my best. I'm trying my best.
Okay, thank you. So yeah, to Pearl, our big madam, welcome. Finally, you are here. I hope network will allow you to stay here. I just hope
Oh
network will
yeah,
allow you to stay here. So,
yes.
what do you have for us today? And just before you actually dive into what you have for us today, I want you to, like, maybe brief us on a little on what you have actually gained from the first, the
So
second, and the third,
you
and
guys
the
should
fourth
calm
week.
down a bit.
All right? Can you?
Okay.
Yeah.
So, to be truthful, we know that Ivy Lead is a great ladder when it comes to leadership. Everything about you. And for all of the trainings, irrespective of the fact that, I was so busy, but then in the space of 1 minute, I said, no, I have to hear what this person is saying. I need to come
Mm-hmm.
listen to what this person is saying. So the prompt it was giving me in my spirit, it showed that there was something valuable I was going to get from this table. So
Mm-hmm.
even if I was on the road as at that time, I was always clicking in. And the past few sessions has really been insightful. It has been a groundbreaking learning sessions. I won't lie. There's a way you come in contact with something, you read it, and you just let it go. But the
Exactly.
way it was brought up again, it sank this time. So it sat with me this time. I'm like, oh, I have been saying this thing before, but I really did understand it this time.
No.
So it's really been amazing that we've come too far. And today is the grand finale. I know everybody was not expecting that this was how it was going to
Yeah.
turn out. Let me shock you guys, yeah?
Exactly.
Right.
They were actually expecting some maybe like a Femi or $10 to just come and
Exactly. Or pick
hold this
someone.
section.
Yes.
Yeah,
So we
but
have
I think this is actually needed because it will make us to actually be connected more to our environment and to
yes,
the
that is
people online
that
because they see that okay, these are the people that were actually hosting before, but
behind
now
this.
they
Yeah.
are now yes, they now want to share something and
Exactly.
they can now see our faces, especially me that is always behind the
You are
scene.
always
So
behind.
so now you can face and yeah, there you go. So the other person we actually have with us here is so yeah, I didn't ask you what do you have for us today? What are you going to be speaking on? Today is about public speaking and
Okay.
we actually split
Yeah.
it into 4 parts. So what do you have for us today? Which part are you going to be taking today in public speaking so that the people can actually go to invite others to come and be part of this?
Mm-hmm. So I think for what we have today, I am basically on the summary aspect of the importance of public speaking. So I've
Wow.
literally been in public speaking for the last 6 to 7 years of my life. So I
Wow.
can
Wow.
tell I can tell what it's like for starters. I can tell what it's like for beginners. You know,
Yeah.
I am so glad that Favor is talking about stage fright because at the end of the day, people really think that speaking publicly or public speaking
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
involves once I overcome the stage fright, I'll be able to stand. You are
Mm.
correct. And which is why it is very necessary that you learn to overcome stage fright, which is the first part of public speaking. So even after
Speaking.
overcoming stage fright, you can still get on that stage. And without the stage fright, you're still not, delivering as you should, right? Because of a whole
But you know one thing, sorry to cut you. You
yeah.
know one thing about stage fright is I remember that time, I think most of the time it has to it's connected to your how would I put it, your confidence. Like
Mm,
there's something about this morale. Okay. I remember that time when they actually called me to okay, I want to come and talk to Jet Club because I was actually a Jet Club manager then in
yeah.
secondary school.
Okay.
So they said I should just come. They just appointed me as a project manager then of Jet Club, and I was so tiny, like very short, like so. So when the head boy called me, the head boy was actually my friend Kenneth. He called me. I was like, okay, I should come talk to the people that's that the GSS2 and the GSS1
Mm.
about my new position and what I have in store for them. Well, when I actually when I stood there, I was just looking for like close to like
You
30
were looking for
minutes. I was
all
just
the
there
words,
like
all the
exactly,
words
but
vanished
something
immediately.
honestly, but something actually happened. Something happened,
So you
and what really happened was my friends actually decided to say, ah, hey, Great John, because then they call me Great John. Say, "Ah, Great John, Great John." So they started hailing me,
shared
and
it.
before you know it, I started coming out of that shell, and
So
I
so
began to
so you
talk.
see from
Exactly,
this story you just shared, you can see that the ability for you to have been able to get on that stage in the first place, you've
first
been able
place.
to overcome the
Mm,
stage fright. For you to have get on
mm.
top of that stage in the first place of being called, so you overcome stage fright, but there were a couple of other things that
Other things,
a couple of
other
other things
things.
that brought you down. Yeah, and you know when you have all those your seniors looking so huge, and they're like, "Ah,
In fact,
who is this
you're like
tiny
this.
person?"
You're like this.
Trust me,
With your uniform so big
yeah.
and everything. You be
I
like
mean,
the confidence
remember.
you don't lose since.
Yeah, I remember then when I recently was the vice president of Society of Petroleum Engineers. It was crazy because I would stand in front of professors, high end professionals, and I'm wondering what do I want to tell these people? These people are advanced people who have all the years of experience, all the years of knowledge. I should be
But
learning from them. So what am I doing in front of them? And what exactly will I be saying? What will they be getting
saying
from me, right? But I did realize
mm,
that from the things I shared with them and spoke with them, apparently you can have all the knowledge and years, and you can have a small person still school you for the things that,
mm,
yeah, it could be things you
mm,
probably heard, but they've not sunk deep. It could be things that were passed by and, you did not catch it. So you really get the opportunity to learn from these people. So everyone invariably
people.
has something to teach, regardless of the age, regardless of if you've heard that thing before. what is very different is they are going to be passing that message to you in a more different way. It could come from their body language, which is why I really wish Motoraya was here, because again, the entire thing is connected. It could come from the body
It's
language, it could
connected.
come from the gesture.
Exactly what.
Exactly. So it's
Exactly. They
passing
are
a
all
message if you've
connected.
heard it. There are some people that they are saying the same thing you've heard before, but the way they are saying it, the gestures, it makes you feel this thing is so important. Do you understand?
It is.
And someone
It is.
can be saying that same thing and is also dull and, talking, and you're like, okay, what's this person saying? You're not buying into it, right? So again, it's what Favor said. It's all.
But you know something? Still connected to this stage fright stuff. And I don't know. Some people feel okay. For example, now you have a program that you're preparing for, and this is your first time, and you've done everything. You've gathered all the old books, everything. Went to chat and GPT, done so many things.
The AI.
And at the end of the day, honestly, and at the end of the day, you have your notes, everything prepared in your head, and you get to that place, but you can't even still say anything. What could be the cause of that? Because I don't think now I don't think it's a confidence issue or anything else. But that one now, you are not prepared, you are informed, you know what to say. But the moment you get to that place, everything is just blank. Like, when you are prepared for an exam, right? You get to the examination hall to write, and you can't even remember anything. So what could be the cause of that? Is that still connected to stage fright, or is something else, or is village people? When village people are following you, it's if you go with him. So is that connected to village people or stage fright?
To be honest, let's because most Nigerians say everything that happens subconsciously is triggered to village people, even if we know, it's not that, right? Okay, so which is why it brings me back to the initial thing I said, that for you to be able to get on a stage in the first place, it means you've been able to overcome the first level of stage fright, right? Now, there's this idea of speaking publicly. You have to be in the moment. You have to be conscious. So again, when you get on top of the stage, or when you get in front of the crowd and you know everything you're supposed to say, you're so prepared and so ready, and the minute you get on there, you seem to have forgotten everything, right? It has to do with consciousness. You have to be conscious. Yes, it has to do with consciousness. That consciousness plays a vital part, because you can be so confident and still lose the consciousness. So it's a two-way thing. It's not as though no matter, I for one, there are times I've really, know what to say. I don't even have to plan for it. But again, I can get on top of the stage, and for the first couple of minutes, I would maybe probably go into something else, away from what I'm supposed to say, right? So again, it's the consciousness. I'm still even learning that. It's the consciousness, and as well as management. So when you get there, you want to be conscious of what you are to say, the environment you are in as at that time. And you also have to be conscious that you are the speaker, because some people are not. Maybe when they get on the stage, they think somebody else is going to come from the back and start talking. You actually the speaker, but because you're not conscious that you are the speaker, you can get up there and you're waiting for a spirit to walk by and maybe start the conversation, right? So again, it is still the consciousness, which plays a very vital part. But then, it gets difficult even for people who have all the years of experience of public speaking. Trust me, it gets difficult, because you can get on that stage and you start thinking about the moi that you left in the fridge, how you did not put on the fridge when you left the house, how NEPA is going to take light. So
a lot is now flying left, right, center, and
it's like the world is evolving. You are thinking, that soup I cooked, oh God, I should have put it in the fridge.
So you just have to shut everything outside.
Yes, at that point,
so that you can actually access your inner being.
Exactly.
And from there, you'll be able to project to the people very well, and they will enjoy your stuff.
That I am here now, and I am to do this now, without thinking about the windows that you left open, or what you're not, or if your boyfriend
is falling outside.
If your boyfriend is in the crowd and is going to notice your flops and all that, because all this plays an emotional.
Yeah, the way you are saying it, I think it has happened to you before, like.
Exactly.
Because wow, so Can you share the
I think the
experience with
other
us?
part could be the village people, because it's to be with the village people who reminds you of all these unnecessary.
Unnecessary things that are
Yeah,
not really relevant, and they start
yeah,
jumping in, flying. And I think that this is where actually technology has actually made everything easy for us,
yeah.
because now I think that's my topic, which is visual aids, visual aid in public speaking, because it's really really important. I think now people don't really have to do so much stress, okay, getting their lines, because with the use of these visual aids now, you
Yeah,
can
that's
just stay there and you have your things projected at your front. And even
uh,
when you lose, when you've forgotten your lines, you can still be able to see
to keep
some of
track.
these things exactly on this. Can you be able to keep track? So I think now technology has actually like added more value to
It
this
has.
particular public speaking one. And as a leader, I think the best thing for you to do now is to equip yourself with all these things, so that even if you are having this, you're not having this consciousness or anything, but you are even a little. By the time you get to the stage and you have all of these things together, all the arsenals together, you'll be able to still project to the people better. So as a leader, I think the first thing to do is to, of course, prepare like you said, and also what, be conscious of yourself, so that you can be able to overcome this. And don't forget the village people. So you need to take in the God factor.
Of course, I mean, we can't rule out the fact that we are in a predominant society where everything seems to be.
Yes, so before they will just come for you, and before you know it, the gig that you just got, and uh, they just gave you the gig, and before you know it, everything is just, you're not able to even say anything or to even defend yourself or anything. All right, guys, I hope you are enjoying. If you are enjoying this session, please
Trigger to the
drop the drop fire emoji for us, guys. Let's hear from our audience, Theo.
yeah,
So drop the fire emoji. I want to see the fire emoji if you are enjoying this session. Even though network is showing us shege here. Pearl,
yeah,
I mean, Favor and Ayobami, they're supposed to be here too, but because of net. So that's from Chiamaka. Ayobami is actually here commenting. So
yeah. We can see them. We can see you guys. So, yeah, I was saying that I quite agree with the entire technology, visual aid, helping and assisting, because these days you can't really put a full script in your head
in your
for
head.
what you should say and how you should say them. And even in course of line, you might want to digress. And because of the visual aid, it will still, help you come back to where you've started from. Not like before, where once you go off track, you've gone off track totally, right? So I really I quite agree with that. I quite agree.
Yeah. I
Okay.
think I think the other topic we have that is supposed to be for, I don't know, am I okay? The other topic we have that is supposed to be for some other people. We have this using body language and voice
Yeah,
modulation.
the gestures.
That that one is, oh my god, that one is because I used this there's this guy then in secondary school. The guy was actually okay, he was the assistant head boy. If I can still remember his name, Alex. Yeah, when Alex is talking, even if he's saying nonsense, we see him just, I feel like,
Exactly.
guy, the
Yes, that's the
charisma and
idea of
everything,
driving the
just
information.
calm down. You don't have to, he will just buy you over with all of these things, and before you know it, you're already in.
You feel like
You
you're
are, you
in,
are
right?
telling
Yes.
you. So,
Yes.
so body language is another key aspect,
It
because it's
is.
very, very important.
It is.
But that does not mean that you don't have anything to say. I'm doing like this. Oh. I know deal.
Well, something that really works is, even if you don't know what to say as at that point, the ability to give a body language makes your audience feel like you know what you want to say.
Like you sabi.
It's a passive confidence. It's a passive confidence idea. Yes, I got this
just
guy.
like
This guy.
just like just like when you write when you dey write exam, you understand, I don't know
Mhm.
anything, but you are pretending to your teacher that you are
To know,
writing
yeah,
something,
to write.
but
That's
nothing
all.
is, now
Nothing.
still
Even
left
if
now
you're
you go
not
still
writing
get.
anything and you're just drawing, we're like, this guy is finishing work and all that. So it's a
Hmm,
passive confidence scheme for
that's
people
that's still
to,
rubbish.
because there's a way you give off a body language that makes your audience feel like,
Okay, I think network is acting up again. So guys, please, if you have not shared this, please go ahead and share this link to as many people as you can share it to. Because you can see the session has already started and we are moving and we still have so much to talk about. So please, if you have not shared this, please go ahead to share this and let other people actually be part of it. Don't be stingy, okay? And share that link. Click on that share button and share it right now. So guys, you've heard from Pearl. While we wait for Pearl to come, and my own session is actually about using visual aids. Okay, the importance of visual aids when it comes to public speaking. And from what Pearl said, yeah, these things now they are very very important to us. They are not um, they are very very important to us. It's not something you can just overlook and just say you don't really need. You actually need these things very well. You need the likes of your media. You need your every AI tool you can even get now. I know there are so many AI tools right now. So in fact, now is even the best time for you to get into public speaking because you have so many things for you. You have AI there for you. Anything you want to, anything you want to talk about, even if you don't have the full knowledge of that thing, you can still go ahead to you bad or open AI to just check some of these things. And when you make more research about them, you'll be well informed. And when you're actually reaching out to your audience, it will feel you. All right. So because one of the things that I think actually like makes most people to just uh, flop when it comes to public speaking is the fact that they are not well informed. They don't know some even the topic they are asked to prepare for. They don't really have much information about it because of the lack of resources. So, but I believe with the help of some of these visuals, you should be able to like make more. Like now, you can actually do anything at all with your phone and your system. You can go to anywhere to source for information, and by the time you get that information, you have it with you, and they can help you project it in anywhere you want to go to, or you can even have it on your screen and you are talking and you're looking at it, and it will really, really, really help you. It will really help you. There are so many tools like that that you can use to prepare yourself. Okay, there are so many tools. There's OpenAI. There's like I said, there's Google Bard, and so many of them like that. There's Bing. Okay, when you get there, you type in any topic that is maybe what's it called? Maybe you don't really understand. You just have a little knowledge of. Time you type in that topic, you're able to see so many things about that topic. And that one, see, one thing about publicity is preparation alone. Okay, gives you this. I think when you are fully prepared, you have like 40% confidence. When you are fully prepared, you have like 40. The remaining one is just for you to just go on that stage and just start. All right. When you have that when you are prepared, you know what you want to say, you know how to go about it. Trust me, by the time you get on that stage, the only thing you just need to do is to believe in yourself and pray. And before you know it, you're already good. So let me see who I have here with me in the room. I think Favor is back. Favor, man, sorry. Can you hear me? Let me see. Let me put Favor on. Um, so guys, please keep sharing. Favor, are you with us?
Yeah, I am, but then like there's this. I
I
think
feel
because of
your
the network, there's kind of like an issue with the volume and all of that. So like I have to, I have to put it like very close to my ear. If not, I will not be able to hear you. So, but you can hear me, right? I think
really
I'd have to
wow.
speak this way.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
so
Um,
you are
I'll
taking
tell you this.
importance of
Yeah.
public speaking.
I'm actually focusing on overcoming stage fright. I saw that you and Pearl had, started had a conversation. It was so
Yeah, session on
interesting to
that.
see. So sorry, guys, for this network. Like,
You don't know, that's how it is now. This is where we are. Okay, we just have to look for a way to live around it,
yeah.
right? I think that's what we are actually doing. So okay, your topic is supposed to be um overcoming stage fright, right?
Yeah.
Overcoming stage fright, and do you have any personal experience you want to share with us? I think yeah,
In
of
fact,
course you do.
that is
So
the main
please, you
reason
have the
why
floor.
I
Go
the
ahead.
topic in the first place. Okay. Right. So
Really?
I think it was either just two or just okay, so we were this debate competition, right? You know, and for some reason they said, oh, people can do this. Like, okay, um, normal time, right? In the classroom and all of that, different ideas come to you're able to revolve, right? But that is, with your classmates, right? It's different when you have to be talking to the whole school, and your teachers as well, even the teachers that you do not know, right? Everybody is focusing and looking at them, right? It was quite scary for me, right? And then and so like I like there's so many times I tried to get out of it, right? I was like, oh no, I don't really think I can do this. This isn't really my thing. I think this person is better at this, right? But they kept saying, oh no, Favor, you can do this, you can do this, right? So got to the day, right? I was scared. In fact, I was shaking, I was vibrating. In fact, I wasn't, I was, in fact, but the day came and I went on stage, right? I was talking quick and as I was talking, I was kind of like shaking, right? But then
Exactly.
eventually
You
I
just been rushing
managed to
everything.
finish and then I got off this stage, right? I think it was after then I began to bleed, right? It was actually very
Hmm.
scary for me because I was like, how can I be in this situation? How can I be in this place? But so I really got from that is that the worst things and people will say, oh, you could have done better. But the most important thing that I learned there, and which kind of like, okay, it wasn't that everything else became perfect afterwards, but then there was a certain confidence had grown, right? And after I left the stage, right,
Hmm.
some of my teachers say, oh, Favor, you did well, you tried, right? So there was that bit of encouragement. It wasn't perfect, but then like I managed to do something that most people wouldn't even want
Exactly.
to do, which is what to actually get on stage and speak, right? So that
Exactly
was
what Pearl said
it was
too.
from there that
Getting on stage
my
alone.
whole growth began because
Yeah, get
I was like, okay, everything might not come out, perfect and so far as I try, so far as I make that attempt, right, that everything will have that little chance of being better. So from there,
okay. I think our network is out. So one thing about this is we all have our personal experiences. We have things that we've actually like we've had our own share of this stage fright. And before before we were actually able to overcome this, it took so much from us. But one thing is, I think one thing that is common with all of us is we getting on that stage, okay, getting on that particular stage, making attempts, all right, taking the first step. I think that's what can actually kill that stage fright. Okay, because if you are not making attempts, if you are just there, you are just thinking that how will I do it? How will I go about it? How is it going to look like? What's going to happen? How is it? Everything. The moment you start to process all of that in your head, something in you will just be telling you, just don't worry, just sit down. So I think the first approach is to tell you what your mind is telling you not to do. All right. I think that's the first step to actually overcoming stage fright. Okay. And that's what we actually help you in your public speaking journey. Okay. If your mind is telling you, see, guy, just sit down. Okay, they are not going to listen to you. This is not for you. It's Abba. Why do you want to do it? You want to face the crowd. You want to start talking to the crowd. Abba, they will not even listen to you, boo you, they will do this. Acting against that alone is one step, okay, into overcoming what stage fright. So I think that's what is. If you listen to everything that the speaker has been saying, okay, yeah, I have Pearl here. Pearl is back. I don't know if she's Pearl. Are you back with us? Okay, I don't know. I think our network is still giving us issue. So guys, please drop the fire emoji, drop the fire emoji, drop the fire emoji. I can see, let me check my chat. I can see Abdullah, thank you. I can see Favor, thank you. I can see, okay, Chamakatsu, thanks. So yeah, I think we have Favor. Favor, Pearl is back. Pearl, are you with us or against us?
I am with you because I don't exactly know why the network is trying to play a fast one on us today.
In fact,
uh, this is
the
so
devil is a
ridiculous.
liar. We are still, so I was just saying something before you came on. I was saying that because Favor actually shared her own experience too, and it's quite similar uh, to everything that we've been saying. I think one of the first thing that she did was to get on the screen, get on the stage first. Okay, Pearl, you are frozen. No, are you with us? Oh, she's frozen. She's gone. Okay. So guys, so as I was saying, so that's just the first thing you need to do. You need to overcome that. You need to just what's it called? Do that thing that your mind or your heart is telling you, everything in your emotions, your flesh is telling you, guy, don't stand up, just don't get up, just stay where you are and just move and don't do anything. I think you going against that thought and just doing it regardless, that is one step into overcoming anything called stage fright. And when you are there, gather that consciousness, all right? Gather that consciousness, believe in yourself, and just open your mouth and the Lord will fill it. Right? Just open your mouth and the Lord will fill it. So before I go, do we have any question for our speakers? If you do, please send in your questions because I'm going to still be bombarding them with questions when their network is fully stable. Like I said, this is going to be an entire session. Though I'm the host, all right, and I'm going to be asking most of them questions, and I'm going to also be speaking to. So let me just go ahead with my own topic, which is on visual aid. All right, but before I do that, let me look at another charts from us. Okay, so okay, there are no charts. So I'm sure you've been hearing of visual aid, visual aids, visual aids. What do you really understand by what visual is? Like, to me, I think it's just like an object or material that is used in presentation to support or enhance the speaker's message. Like anybody that is speaking now, something to actually support that particular speaker is actually a visual aid. So it can come in different style. All right, they are actually designed to make the information more understandable. Okay, for example, if like you know what I told you the other time that if you don't have a full knowledge of a particular topic, there is a way you can actually uh, get prepared, and with the help of this visual aid, you can still pass out the knowledge to the people uh, very well with the help of all these. So they are actually designed to make the information get to the audience perfectly well, properly, all right, engaging them and making it a memorable what's it called event for them. So there are different forms. There are different forms of visual aids, all right. There are different forms of visual aids, and I kind of like this topic because it's kind of related to my field. Okay, so there are different forms of visual aids, and I'm sure we've heard of most of them, which is the slides. Okay, get into the slides. We all know slides, all right. Yeah, one thing is when you are preparing for any presentation for any kind of public speaking, getting down your slides is very, very important because the slide is actually there to guide you into doing some of this. If you want to speak about anything, just keep it short, keep it simple. All right, get the slide like PowerPoint or similar presentation software slides that contain like text. You can have the text, you can have the chart, the graph, the multimedia elements, different things like that. Bring them together and use it to do your slide. So when you are preparing for any public speaking event or any kind of event that you're going for, I think the first thing you should do, the first thing you should do is try to what? Try to what's it called? Get your slides ready, right? Get your slides ready. It's very, very important. The slide is like a guide. It's going to really guide you to anything you want to do. So in case you miss any line or anything, you always have your slide there. Okay, you can always, and it will even help the audience to connect more. Okay, because there are some audience that might not hear you very well, but with the help of the slide, they'll be able to connect with you more. And before you know it, they're already flowing because they know what you're talking about. They see it. So that is a very important aspect of public speaking. When people understand you, they will be able to connect with you better. But the moment they don't understand you, they will just, they can't even wait for, they will just be waiting for you to just leave. Okay, and that is not really good as a leader, because as a leader you need to connect to the people more, and you need the people to connect to you too more. All right, so that is, so using slide is very, very important. So that's one form of what, of visual aid. Using slide is very, very important. I think I have Pearl here. I don't know if our network is stable. I also have Favor here. Let me see if I can bring them on the screen before I go on. Okay, Pearl and Favor, are you guys with me? So before I go on, we have somebody here with us. We have an important guest here, very, very important. Um, she was part of the training. She has been joining from day one to day two, day three, day four, day five, and she's here again. So I'm going to put her on shortly. But before I put her on, I just want you guys to hear from her. She's going to be telling us some things that she's actually gained from this session. So, Chisom, can you hear me? Hello, Chisom, can you hear me? Or is network showing you shege too? If you can hear me, you can speak on. Hello? Okay, Chisom is not here. All right. So guys, we have I call him, I don't want to say what I usually call him, but he's here with us now, and I want him to come on right now. I don't know if he's stable. Ayobami, are you with us? Ayobami, can you unmute yourself? Okay, I think he's not. His network is also playing. How is it that I'm just the only person that the network is stable? Wow. Thank God for me. Okay, guys. So as I was saying, so the first one is actually what's using slides. So anytime you want to go for that presentation, anytime you want to go to speak to maybe a large crowd or something, try to make sure that you get your slides ready. Okay, slides is very, very important. And yeah, so that's the first one. The second one is your chart and graphs. Okay, there might be times when you are talking on something that has to do with what, statistics. Okay, you are going to be using more statistics. Trust me, to use is your what, is your graph and your charts, and it's still in form of a presentation too. It's still in form of it. You can still have it in form of a slide. All right. When they see the chart, they will be able to understand and connect with you more. All right. So using graphs and charts is very, very important. Okay. Visual representation of what's it called, of charts, such as graphs, this kind of pie chart, a bar chart, is very, very, very important. Okay, it's very, very important when it comes to you what presenting and everything. So the third one I want to also talk about is infographics. I know you guys have been hearing of infographic, but you don't really know the meaning of infographics. Okay, infographics is like I usually call it information and graphics. Right, trying to pass an info using graphics. Okay, and what are the kind of graphics you are using? You are using something like a line chart. Okay, to just show the people like a map. Okay, you are showing them this, you are doing this, you are doing that. So that is the meaning of what infographics. So graphic visual representation that presents complex information. It will enable you to be able to present complex information to people in form of what? In form of graphics. Okay, so that is like infographics. So what I want you guys to do is maybe when after this training, you should go online and make research more about all of these points. Trust me, if you know how to use all of these, it's really, really going to help your public speaking skill, because you don't need to worry about some of these things. You already know how to do them. You can present, you can actually compile your slides. You can do your infographics. You can do your chart and everything. So it's really, really going to help you. So I think that when you are ready, when you after this whole training, what you should do is what, get to a place and have your work and start making research for on all of these things I've mentioned. Okay, make research on how to prepare your slides, Okay, make research on how to do your infographics and make research on how to actually bring about information together in graphs and charts. It's really, really important because trust me, like I always say, I've been saying since, if you are not prepared when it comes to anything, you are going to flop. Okay, preparation is very, very important. The moment you are not prepared, you are going to flop. All right, preparation is what can actually still boost your confidence when it comes to public speaking. So when you are fully prepared, anything you are talking about, say you already have it, and make use of your visual element, your visual aids, make use of it. Tell the people to actually share this. Anybody you are working with, take your laptop, take your phones. All right, let your slides be there. Share your slides to your audience and let them connect with you. Let them feel you. Because if they are not feeling you, you are going to definitely lose them, right? And you can't afford to do that. So I don't know if Ayobami, are you with us now? Are you good? Can you hear me? Can you unmute yourself? Okay.
Okay, can you all see me?
please, please make your camera
Sorry.
stable. Thank you. Big man.
Oh, I'm actually I'm trying to use my phone. I don't want to use my laptop because the network there is
Yeah,
not.
I'm also using my device, my mobile. So because of network and this thing, so that it can actually what capture everything. So welcome. Though your network
Okay.
is still doing like this. So okay, what do you have for us today? What do you have for us today?
Good afternoon, or will I say, yeah, we are still in afternoon now. Everybody here is in Nigeria, right?
No, I'm not in Nigeria, please. I'm not.
Okay, okay. Can I see the audience react through emojis, or you are not happy to see me here?
Please drop your fire emoji if you're happy to see Ayobami added.
If you
Drop
are
your
not
fire
happy to see me,
emoji.
I will generally leave. Oh.
Please don't leave. Oh. All
Sorry, I'm
right.
here late. I am still not seeing the emoji. I would have started.
I think they are loading. The emoji,
They are
they are loading.
loading. They are loading.
Yeah.
I've actually been I've joined from front end and I've seen everything you've been talking about. Yeah, still my boss. I'm still learning from you. Seriously, you pivot all like God. I have a long way to go in this public speaking stuff. So yeah, right. In absence of emoji, I'm still going to start. Enemy
Okay,
of
so what do you have for us today? What do you have in store for us today?
Okay, actually, I know you guys have spoken about managing stage fright, how to use good visual aids in any of your writings or anything. So what I'm going to be talking about here this afternoon is how to create or how to prepare effective speech.
Mm, mm.
Are you all with me?
As a pro content writer that you are,
Oh,
honestly,
why did you add broke? Or what did you
no,
like?
I
What did you
don't.
add?
I didn't say broke. I said pro. No, I broke. Eh.
Okay.
You are my boss now. So how can you be broke? It's
Don't
not
bring that.
possible.
Don't
So
bring that here. Don't bring that here. I'm not in for that conversation. So okay,
all
as
right.
you mentioned, I'm actually a content writer. So I will just add that my little knowledge I have about it. I'm going to, that's what we've been doing for how many years now? Let me say it.
Wow, wow.
So
That's a lot.
all right, folks. We all know that communication is actually the cornerstone to leadership. The cornerstone of leadership is communication. I don't know if you agree with me, John.
I do. I think I do. Because when you're not able to communicate with your people, right? You can't. How do you lead them? It's not possible.
Exactly,
Do you understand?
exactly,
It's not possible. So I
exactly.
totally agree
And
with you.
to mastering the art of delivering effective speeches, like it's actually a game changer for us. Like if you're actually going to be a very good leader, you have to know when to deliver. You have to know how to deliver effective speech. Sometimes what you just need from your followers or your audience is how to get to their core, how to get their attention, how to draw them closer.
Mm,
It's not always about just talking. You're actually the one doing it alone, and you don't like there is no leader without followers. You agree with me, right?
mm, mhm.
So you actually have to know how to communicate with them, how to actually create effective speech. That's what I'm going to talk to us about. Number one, let me start by sharing my personal experience with this public speaking of the thing.
Please. I was about to
Me,
ask you
I
that
don't know.
too because
I don't know when guys, I don't know when every one of us here start talking in public, but actually started like my first time. Okay, don't let me say I may not like then though I'm a very very small, but I started talking. My first public speech I had was when I was in primary
primary three.
three. Seriously.
Wow.
Seriously, I was no
Wow.
all of us have been all of us have been talking in public since then now. Like it's not only me, it can't be only me. It can't be only me.
No,
Yeah,
at this
yes,
point, I
now.
think it's only you. Primary
No, no,
three.
no, no, it can't be.
Do you know what primary three is? Primary three is like
Do you
I feel
want
you're
to
just
wait
like
and let me
this.
see what I actually talk
You're
about?
just
Do
like
you,
this.
I'm
Okay,
no,
please go ahead.
in fact, I'm just like this. I'm just like this then. Seriously. But it's not like I
Wow.
deliver speech. It's not as if I deliver speech in front of president of Nigeria or something now. Dude, that day it's actually our valedictory or the end of year party in primary school.
Okay.
So I was
Okay.
asked to deliver. It's not a debate topic, like it's like a debate topic, but I'm the only one delivering the topic. Like I'm the only one delivering the speech. I was the only one rather delivering the speech that day. So in front of like there are a lot of like I think that the local government chairman and then local government chairman, not like now, local government chairman then is like this. Like if you have access to local government chairman, then like it's like this. Like that was year what? So when I actually saw them, Omo, Che, my heart was pounding like crazy. You don't understand that kind of thing. Like I was very, very small. And I don't know. Okay, John, when do you actually start? Like when was the first time that you like delivering speech in front of audience? Like when was the first time?
I told them what was it called when Pearl was still on. That it was when I was
Okay.
actually the project manager of Jet Club. That was in GSS 3. So that was my
Oh,
first time I
oh.
actually
So
did anything public
that's
speaking.
kind of a
And
professional thing.
and
That's not professional.
look, that may be professional too. So what about your own is also professional too. But one thing Pearl said is you are actually obeying that call, doing what's going to get to that stage. I think that's one step to like overcome anything stage fright, and that's one step to your public speaking skill or any public speaking life. Because if your mind is telling you don't go, don't do this, and you obey, trust me, you're killing that skill in you. Because there's something in you that is always pushing you to go and if you want to be a public speaker, you always have that urge to be able to okay, I wish I should speak to these people, or I should do this, or I should that. But something again in you will still be telling, guy, forget, they're not going to listen to you. Just boom, they will ignore you. They will,
Actually, I totally agree with
they
you
will
on
tell you
that.
to they will tell you to do this. But you acting regardless, I think that's one step.
I
No, that's
totally agree
one
with you.
step
The first
to
time, no,
solving
wait,
that.
the first
So
time we
my
actually
first
spoke, the first time we spoke, like how did you feel? How did you feel?
wow.
Like
Initially, I think I stood there for like 30 minutes. I was frozen. I was just there
wow.
like
It happens to the best of us. Like seriously, okay, you're right.
I was just like this. I was just because I was so tiny. I was just like I was just looking, say, hey, how will I do it? We have the likes of GSS 2 there, all right? We have GSS 1 and they all in the same hall now, you understand? It's Jet Club now,
Yeah,
science
I understand. I
students.
get it.
So same all. So I was just there looking and I was completely frozen for like 30 minutes. My head boy just gave me this friendly tap. The guy, eating so until my friend started like hailing. He said, great John. Hey, great. I said, Then I started saying, good afternoon, everyone. And I was still starting. I started. I was like, good afternoon, everyone. My name is John Unyigan, and I'm the new project manager. I want to. I had to like rush. That's why I could relate to what was it called? Favor said that she had to like rush everything. I think our first time is always like that. Like first time is always like that when you
You're
try
right.
to
You're right on that.
mumble jumble everything together and try to like just want to get out of that stage, make that stage. But after that point, trust me, after
You
that
feel
point,
like
confidence in you that you want to do it again. You be like,
thank you,
let me
thank you,
let me
thank you,
want to
thank you, thank
let
you.
me
Seriously,
let me
that's
go for
really
this
the
thing
truth.
again. Let me go for this thing
Thank
again.
you.
So that's one thing but that was my first time, Sha.
I like that response. Like that confidence thing that you talk about. I like that response. Like seriously, about you freezing for 30 minutes. Like guys, seriously. it happens to the best of us. Like even if you actually research it, most accomplished speakers today, they were ones like that, like frozen on stage. They've been there. Like if you actually like if you start straight and you actually get it right at the first time, seriously, it's actually a good thing too. But if you are kind of slow and starting up, it's a good thing too. Like that's not the end of it. So as you actually mentioned, building confidence. Like it's not sometimes it's not about the content of your speech, but the presence. You know, sometimes when I was in secondary school, you know me for something. Even if I'm saying rubbish, I'm still going to be like I'm still going to say this confidence.
Exactly what Pearl said. Was it Pearl that said? Yeah, it was what Pearl said. Okay, sometimes I would say rubbish, but the way you are actually like your body
Charisma,
language, the
exactly.
charisma and
Body
everything
language,
is very,
charisma,
very
exactly.
important.
Thank
It's
you,
very,
thank
very
you.
important. So
Don't be a boring speaker. Like use gesture, like carry your audience along. Seriously, seriously. Even if you are saying rubbish. Actually, let me tell you guys another personal story. Like I hope I'm not am I not deviating much?
no, no, yeah, no, this is interesting.
Okay. Okay.
I'll go to Pearl shortly. I have a question
Oh,
for her.
okay, okay. So before I actually move there, so let me deviate a little. When I was actually in, like when I was growing up, let me just put that I'm still growing though. I'm still growing, but
So
let me say
I
when I
say you
was
don't
still
hold
little.
now. What else, sir?
Of course, still a baby. Not like you're up there yet.
Don't mind him. Continue.
So everywhere, seriously, everywhere I find myself, I'm always, I'm known for something. I always want to join one committee or the other, like one committee, one environmental thing or the other, like one any community service you see me there. So anytime we are to give speech or anytime I'm saying something, anytime I'm saying something, then like nobody will actually want to hear me. Like I was like that, I was very, very small. Like people, huge people will be talking, and I'll be saying like silently, like who is this one? They won't even want to hear me at all. Well, that no, that's when I actually noticed something. Okay, actually, I need to make these people like I need to make these people hear what I'm trying to tell them. That was when I actually started like talking very, very loud. I was small but with big voice. Like know what will works for you. Like know what exactly will work for you.
Do you know that
That was when I actually developed.
sorry to cut you.
Okay,
That's the
okay,
reason
come on,
why
come on, come on.
most people, you saw these musicians, that's why they take all these drugs, all these things to be able to like go above the crowd. Because speaking is you need to be able to like look at yourself like above the whole this thing, like you're not there anymore, you're not in
Exactly.
yourself. So I think they call it I want to be I don't want to say some kind of word, so I don't ban our channel. All right. So you want to be at that point. So that's what is actually making some of them to just they want to take something to just quickly
To
what
just be I, so that their voice
yes
can be all
go
over.
above
Seriously, seriously,
exactly go above that
seriously,
particular level
seriously.
because they
You
are
are right.
most of them are just shy. They are not they can't face the crowd. Trust me, these people when you see them be like even to even shake you like just a the one kind
God,
important when they
this.
are when they take that thing like this become, but we now we can't take something like that. So how can we actually still face and raise ourselves above that?
Exactly, exactly. That's what I'm
So
going. That's what I'm going. So
okay.
to just conclude this is my personal story. Like since then, I've been known for talking very, very loud. No, I'm not trying to actually make it come down because now maybe even I don't need to speak like before people notice me. I'm not as more at that then.
You
Yeah,
you don't speak. You don't speak.
but that was no,
Interesting.
no, no. I'm just that was a strategy. That was a strategy I actually developed when growing up, and since then it has been known. Like everybody will just need to listen because I would talk very, very loud. My brother used to
Mm.
tease me then like, "You are backing, like you are backing." But then I need to back before they hear me because I was very, very
Mm.
small, very, very little. So know what works for you. Like then I actually know like these people they are way older than me. Like before they can hear me, I actually need to speak louder. I have to shout. So now I'm trying to come back to normal. So let me just okay. You
I
said you
have a
want to
question.
ask
I
something
have a
before I
question.
move on. Okay,
Yes, I even have a
okay, come on,
question
come
for
on.
you.
Okay,
Like for example, now you are actually talking about effective speeches, delivering effective speeches, and I've known you to be this perfect, very good, exceptional content. Okay, so how do you? Like, what are the steps? What are the key steps you follow when preparing for a speech presentation?
okay. Thank you very much for that question.
What you can give us like some key steps that has actually helped you. All right.
Thank you very
Then
much. Like, thank you very much for that
I have
question.
other three
So
questions for you.
No problem, no problem. Bring it on, bring it on. So let me just answer that question first. Like, okay, it's part of okay. Let me just say, if you want to like key steps to delivering effective speech is this. Number one is KYA. You have to know your audience. Know your audience. That's number one. Like, who are they? What are their interests, their needs, their expectations? What do they want to hear? Know your audience. You can't be in Nigeria. You can't be talking to hungry people about something like if you want to talk to hungry people,
Wait,
it must be
I
about
tried to
food.
say Nigeria
People that
as
are hungry. No. I don't want. I didn't say Nigerians. But maybe they actually give you audience
Okay.
that they've not eaten for 3 days, and now ask you to actually motivate them or to talk to them. You don't tell them about how to give many relevant topic. You don't
Allowed
talk to
to.
them about relevant topic. How to what?
I get.
You want to
No,
say
no,
something?
no. Go on, go on.
So know your audience, know what they want, know their needs, their expectations. Like research your audience. Number one, maybe you actually no, this works in every way, like any kind of public speaking, even if it's business pitch, if it's talking to a large group of people anywhere, like you actually have to research about them. There is somebody I know in the business field. I do ask the person like, how do you like the person? The person is known for like the person is actually a business analyst, and every proposal the person are the person has 80 percentage of like proposal that he has won. I'm like, I approached the person, I was like, tell me, like, what exactly do you do? Like, you just come here and defend the post and they are just going to approve it. Is it because of your connections or what? Like, not only connections, no connection work in Nigeria, but not only connections. He said,
It's not
before
just
you actually go
connection,
on
though.
any stage, like, he would have researched his audience. Like, he would have researched about them, like, what do they want? He will only be saying what your audience want to, what his audience want to hear. You know, when you come on stage and you are saying exactly what your audience want to hear, like, it will draw your audience closer. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Like, it will draw them closer. It will make them listen to you because, okay, you are saying something they want to hear, they want to listen to. Their needs, their expectations. Like, you actually, you are saying you are talking about their pain points. Do you understand? So that's the first thing. You actually have to know your audience. And the second thing is what
Wow, wow.
you define your purpose and key message. If you are trying to prepare an effective speech, you define your purpose and key message. Like you make it like it must be clear that this is my purpose. Like this is the key message in this. So in order to avoid being ambiguous, you have to be very, very concise. Like you have to like show your purpose with clarity. I'm here to talk about how to make money by sitting at home. I'm here to talk about how to sleep and make money. No, be straight. Let them like define your purpose. Let them know why you are
I
there. Like
think I think I think from the part of you knowing your audience will actually give you the idea on what the kind of topic you want to like expose to those
exactly,
audience. So
exactly,
that is
exactly.
why know your audience is even the number one, because if you
The
know the
number
kind
one,
of
exactly.
audience you
First,
want, exactly, you know the kind
exactly,
of way to
exactly.
approach them and what to sell to them. Nice
You
one.
get me, you get me, you get me. So from know your audience, you can just define your purpose and key message. So every speech, are you still with me? Every speech should
Yes,
have a
I'm with
clear
you.
purpose. Okay, every speech should have a clear purpose and a central message. Sorry, getting kind of okay. You should have a clear purpose and a central message. So all your ideas will just tailor, will just circle around that central message. And after identifying the main idea and how you want to support the speech, then you actually have to move on. The third thing, and the most important part, okay, know your audience is actually the most important part. But another important part is if you know your audience and you define your purpose, but you do not structure your speech. It's like you are going another way. You have to structure your speech. No matter how good you are, no matter the number of years you've been doing this public speaking, or no matter the number of years you've been delivering speech in public, if you don't, before you actually go on stage, if you don't like, you actually have to, even if you're not writing it down on a pen and paper, you're not writing down on your phone, you must write it down on your head. You must structure your speech on your, you can't just go on stage and just be freestyling. That will affect your time management.
Mm-hmm.
That will affect your time management. You don't go on stage to freestyle. If you don't write it on piece of paper, you write it in your head or you write it on your notes. It's no matter how experienced you are. So I don't tell people something. There's three keys in a speech. We have introduction, we have body, then we have conclusion.
Conclusion.
This is why I tell people.
That,
These three things
that used to be our letter, writing letter, body, introduction, and conclusion. So,
conclusion. Yes.
so
That's simple. Like the introduction, the body, and conclusion. I tell people that these three things is like introduction, body, and conclusion is like tell your audience what you want to tell them, say that thing, then tell them what you just said. You understand what I'm trying to say? Tell your audience what you want to tell them. Say that thing, then tell them what you just said. For example, I want to speak on how to make money online. So I just be like, okay, I'm here this morning to tell you how to make money online using your phone. You've actually mentioned that. Then tell them what you want to tell them. Like now say it, okay, this is how to make money online using your phone. Then tell them what you've said. Now recap it. That's just the simple thing behind introduction, body, and conclusion. It will draw your audience closer. Like it will not make your audience like take the eyes off the screen or take eyes off the main body or the main part. The body just contains the central aspect of your discussion. Introduction is just you telling them, introducing what you want to tell them about, and conclusion is just recapping what you just said.
and this preparation of speech is actually still connected
Okay.
to my own topic, which is using visual is what I was
Visual
just explaining
aids.
before you
Yes,
asked.
yes.
Because with if this some of the tools that I mentioned before can actually still help you to actually prepare all of these things within few
Yes,
time.
yes.
Okay,
I know
for
you
example,
would
maybe
have mentioned it to them. Okay, continue.
yeah, exactly. So maybe for example, you are having a presentation tomorrow, and you just got to like today is just the only time you have, and you've not really prepared. Okay, but you know all of this structure that I've already mentioned, which is know your audience, prepare the structure very well, and some other things. You know everything. So there's a way you can actually still put all of these things, your guideline and everything, into some tools, and you tell the tool what you actually want, and to give you kind of breakdown
AI
and
guru.
everything.
AI guru.
I to give you some kind of breakdown and everything in the manner you've actually stated everything you said now. So technology is actually going it's already like changed everything when
It
it
has
comes to
taken
public
over.
speaking.
It has
It has
taken
taken
over.
over. So,
It has taken
so you
over.
don't even need to stress. It's also important for you to know all these structures you're actually mentioning, which is know your audience and some other things. By the time you know your audience, even you can still take it to that particular tool and still tell you that to the kind of audience you are expecting. That how can my do I really how can I
And
actually
I
speak
tailor my message
mass
towards this
message
audience.
towards this audience,
Exactly.
and it's going to give it to you. It's going to break
Yes.
everything down to you step by
You,
step, and what you
you know,
just
I
need
don't
to
tell people
do it.
something.
Yeah,
If you
what's
think
that?
this AI or technology we actually we take your job, you just don't know what you are supposed to do. Like it's
I'm
supposed to
telling
enhance
you,
your like it's supposed to enhance your
creativity.
abilities, like your creativity. Don't say that something that is just that you are going to just be like this thing is going to take everything out. No.
It
It's
won't.
just to blend. It's like a catalyst.
Mhm.
I don't tell people this thing like we are moving. We're not in 1993 anymore.
I'm telling you, I'm telling you. So visual
So
is very, and if you gather all these things together, it will actually be a better public speaker, because when you are going anywhere you are going to, you're already prepared. You have your things. I remember there was this conference I attended by
okay.
Fela Drotoye and
Well, I'm going to you.
one other
Okay.
one other speaker at that time. And whenever he's coming, that time the moment he enter like this, we see his other what's it called? His guys is taking they will take his laptop and some other things, and before you know it, you have the presentation on the screen already. So as he's speaking, everything is displaying on the screen. Does not even really have to stress or
To
anything.
stress himself. Yes.
But there's one thing I actually noticed about him. Always he's not always carried away by the what's it called, the visual aid. He's there already. Okay, the visual aid is actually there, but that visual aid is not really for him. It's for him to
It's
be
for
able
the
to use to
audience.
connect to the
Exact.
audience.
Connect to the
So
audience.
even when you are using visual aid, there's something about everything. There's merit and demerit. There's an advantage to everything, so a disadvantage. So if you rely completely on visual aid, sometimes can actually still mess you up. What if you are already preparing already to use a visual aid, and when you get there is nothing. The aid you want to use needs help. Okay, it's not really displaying, it's not showing
You
anything. It's
actually
just
have to have a plan B.
you
Exactly.
are,
It's one of
exactly.
what I'm going to mention.
You
You need
need
to
to
have a
have a
plan
plan
B.
plan B, so that in case, that's
Yeah.
why you don't need to get yourself too much into you are not depending fully on visual AI, because when that thing messes up, trust me, it's going to really
When it's
affect you.
crunch, like
Your
technology,
main
you
target
can't
should
really
be
totally rely on them. Yes.
exactly your main target should be your audience, knowing your audience. Okay, what can actually capture these people, just like what you said, what can actually get them in, what can actually make them draw to you, like they will now be connected to you, they know even what you are. So that kind of thing requires preparation and all of these things that you have said. So I think you can go on. I think we have somebody at the back end too. Let me see.
Okay. Asking question.
No, not
Okay, let me
asking
just
question
say
per se.
the two things. Let me just say the two things that I'll like to round it up, like about the key, like the key strategies to preparing effective speech. So after structuring your speech, like the introduction, the body, and the conclusion, after you tell them what you want to say it and tell them what you just said. Like it's simple. Like you don't need to cramp. Okay, you are no more in secondary school. Like you are no more in like even no matter how small, how old you are. Like things have moved past cramming. You just have to understand it.
Yes, so
You don't need to put, even like you mentioned, if the presentation fails, how can it be coming from up here? Another thing I would mention, the fourth one I would mention is engaging your audience. Like you have to have it in mind. If you want to deliver an effective speech, you have to know how to engage with your audience. Like you can use storytelling, humor, any way to actually get your audience. Like make eye contact, like directly look them in the eye and talk to them. If you, okay, I'm going to mention it after my list. Like if you are doing some things, there are some things you should not be doing if you want to make, like if you are preparing effective speech or you want to make speech public speech, there are some things you must not do. So I will still go to
so
that. So
wait, there are some things you must not do, or there are
you
some things
must
you
not
must do.
do.
You
You
must
must
not.
not
So
do.
by the time you do those things, you are gone.
You are gone. Like you are gone.
so,
You are gone.
so
Exactly.
honestly, I'm interested. I beg, so that I will not start messing myself up.
So okay, so last thing about and after engaging your audience, like know how to engage, like vary your tone. Sometimes if you actually want to tell somebody about the problem that is going through Nigeria, like you want to tell them the problems that Nigerians are experiencing, you don't tell them by shouting. You must be emotional in your speech. Like you go slow, being emotional. Like maybe you show them somebody that is struggling financially. You show them somebody that dropped out due to increase in tuition fees. You actually carry them along. You actually need to vary your tone based on the audience you have. If you want to tell them, you want to motivate them about something, you shout, you give them that energy. Like your tone, you must know how you are going to vary your tone in every speech. Not every speech requires the same tone. No, never. It has never been like that. So you have to vary your tone. Like know when to be slow, know when to put energy. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So this will actually phase your speech and make it dynamic and engaging. The
I'll
last
come
thing, the
back
last
to
thing I
you.
would say,
Sure. Okay, go say the last thing. Then I want to
okay, the
switch
last thing I would
to
say is
help.
Okay. The last thing I would say about that is practice. Like if you are still coming up, you have to practice. Practice make perfect. They say you actually have to practice. Like the more you do it, the more you are just going to be a pro in it. Sometimes
Actually,
if like
practice makes obsession. All right. Practice makes obsession.
obsession of what?
Obsession.
Okay,
By the time you
yes,
are
yes,
obsessed with
yes.
it, you become perfect in it. So
Just be like
it's actually that. Yeah.
you're natural about it. You're natural about it.
Exactly.
I've been
Exactly.
called. I've been called upon. Called upon to actually deliver. Then like it was like 20. Okay, they invited another speaker to the program,
Okay.
but the
Okay.
speaker was late, or the speaker was like the speaker did not later come that day. Like the speaker did not later come that day. So me, I was just there to represent somebody like a senior colleague. So they just called me. Now, when the senior colleague is part of their planning committee, so when they were looking for the speaker and all that, they just came to me like my senior colleague asked me, like he called me and said like you actually have to help these people out. You really want to speak on? I was like speak 20 minutes to the program. Are you guys kidding me? See, I was like, I don't know, now I'm going to do it. But the speaker did not later come down there, and even the people thought I was not the invited to speak.
Wow.
When you start doing something, later you just become natural about it. I'm not trying to, say this thing so that I can be like, hey, God, I beg, where am I going in my life now? There's nothing about it. Like, when you just start to, even I mentioned that, like, you are saying rubbish, you say it with confidence. Like, you must do that. Like, the audience, like your speakers, the audience that are actually listening to you, they feel like you know one thing, at least one thing more than them. At least one thing more than them. So you must give them that perspective, like, okay, I'm here to actually let you know, at least if I'm saying rubbish or true, you are going to learn one thing. So that energy is what you are going to put in. So you can actually move to Phil before actually going with what I actually want to say. So Phil, let's have you. Phil, let's have you.
Wow. Pale, I see network is showing you different colors of shaggy. Shaggy blue, shaggy banza, shaggy white. All right. But yeah, you are public speaking in leadership, importance of public speaking in leadership. I think that's your topic, right? That is what you are actually. So there's this particular question that has actually been on my mind for so long. And for example, okay, let me put it this way. Like what's how does effective public speaking actually contribute to successful leadership? How does it contribute to successful leadership? So that's just one out of many questions I have for you. All right.
mean, that's a very long question I would get on a normal day, to be
Mhm.
honest. And I've really answered this over time. People think, yes, you do not have to be, let me even establish that fact, that you do not have to be a leader before you get acquainted with public speaking.
Can you
But
say that again,
in terms,
please?
you do not have to be a leader, in quotes, before you get acquainted with public speaking. You don't have to. Especially, it is necessary for everybody, whether or not. Because I would get people who would say, I mean, I'm not the vice president, I'm not the president, I'm not here, I'm not there. Like what happened to Ayobami. It can happen to anyone, right? You're not there,
Yeah.
but then they just find you appealing enough. So I have personally
No.
also that stage where people just see me in the crowd and just instantly feel like this person is enough to do this thing, right? It comes from the aura. It comes from even the way I'm walking. It comes from the way I'm interacting with people. You instantly feel like I'm lively. I carry the crowd along and all of that. You instantly feel that way. But again, like I said, you don't have to be a leader before, because in our modern society today, people oftentimes feel like a leader is someone who is holding a position, right? You must be holding a position to be a leader. But ideally, we are all leaders. It could be in your family. You could be leading yourself. Leaders leading yourself. You could be leading yourself as well as a leader. Do you get? So you don't have to be holding a position to say, "Oh, I'm here, so I'm a leader." No, it doesn't work that way. And the reason why public speaking is very much attributed to leadership is because it plays a very important part in the leadership arsenal, because you'd be able to drive vision. That's number one. If you are a leader conveying people or carrying people along, if you are not acquainted with public speaking, you'd not be able to pass the very vision that you have down to the people who are following you. You'd not be able to do that. And to adequately get your followers in line with what you are doing, you have to be able to pass the vision down. And if you cannot pass it, there's no way they'll be going this side and you are going this side, because of the communication. And why is the communication lacking? It's because you don't know how to come out public. Remember, the people who are following you are not your family members. There's a
Exactly.
way to talk to this set of people,
That's
not
it.
your family
That
members.
that what you just said now is actually just brought up another question for Ayobami. Like Ayobami mentioned something on what's it called on knowing your audience 1st. Now, Ayobami, how do you like tailor your speeches, like your speeches that you've prepared to resonate with different audience demographics or interests? For example, we have different people now. They like what Pearl said. You're not talking to your family member. You don't know these people from anywhere. They're different background, they are from different homes. So how do you tailor your speech? How do you tailor your presentation to this particular demographics? How do you do that?
Okay, thank you very much. One of the things you do, like actually when you know your audience, when you research about them, one of the things you do, you learn what they like and what they don't.
How do you
You
want to
know,
learn what they like and what they don't within a short
well,
period?
Exactly. I was going to come and
okay,
answer that because
okay, I like that question.
there's some
Eh,
audiences that you
okay,
don't
go
know.
on. Yeah.
Okay, there are some audiences you don't know. You can't search them. You can't
Exactly.
invariably know
You don't know anything
what
about
they would
exactly.
you can't invariably know what they would be liking, which is why I came to the
Mm,
idea of if you use this standard principle, you just be able to talk to people. Again,
mm,
what you want to look at is where you are at the moment. I'll tell you what works for knowing your audience is to identify where you are at the moment. For instance, if you are in a Milo competition
mhm,
and you guys are talking about leadership, right? Understand that the people who are there are first of all lovers of this particular thing. They are
On
lovers of this.
competition, yes.
Do you understand? So that's how you've been able, you'd have already known that, okay, I'm standing in the midst of people who love Milo so much. So
mm,
at that point, everything that you are saying has to come in line with
With
what this
what you
company
are
does.
there, what you are there for. Okay.
So that's
Yes, I'm
one way
getting
you
you.
can, because like I said, you can come in contact with people whom you don't know. For instance, I've gotten invited to places where I don't know the topic, I don't know the audience, I don't know anything. I just got an impromptu invitation, and
wow.
somehow, I just find myself in that place. So I'm now trying to wonder, what are these people talking about? What are they doing? I try to listen to one or two speeches because they'll help you as well. You listen to
Mm,
one or two speeches from the speakers because you can't just be the only one.
mm,
And
that's true.
even if you're the only one there, you want to pay attention to the theme of where you are, the surrounding. That will
Mm,
make you understand the people you should be talking to and what you should say to them, right?
Okay,
You don't want
exactly,
to be in a
exactly.
conflict resolution place and you're telling them about donating money.
mm,
That's
That's
not
going
going to
another
work.
way. That's going
It's not
another way.
going to
Yes,
work,
that's
right?
true.
It doesn't mean that you're not saying something important, but
Relevant,
that's not going
but
to
it's
work.
just not relevant to what they're actually saying
Exactly.
there.
You'd have
Yes.
scattered your audience mindset. They would have also drawn away from you because what you're saying does not resonate with why they are there in the first place. So that's why I said it's like going to a village meeting to discuss about settling land, and you started talking about marriage. They are going to look at you like, "Ah,
that one are
what's wrong
village
with this
people.
young?
Not the way you go tell me. That one is pure
What's
village.
wrong with
They
this
will
young
follow
man?"
you.
And you might get things like, "That's not why we are here today. That's not why we are here. Leave this thing for next time. That's not why we are here." You'd get things like that, right? So you don't
Mm,
want to go
mm,
out of scope. It's important to know the theme of why that gathering is existing in the first place.
Okay, yeah.
That's how you
Fair,
talk.
fair, fair, please. I want to come in there. I want to come in there, please. To actually buttress what she has said and to answer John better, I think when you actually want to research your audience, sometimes you don't research your audience from like you don't go to, when I say research your audience, you don't go to Google and be like, I want to speak at Abuja. What should I like? What types of people are in
what am
Abuja?
I
No,
going
no,
to?
no.
Yeah.
You research your audience from the environment, from the theme, from the topic.
Hmm?
That's okay. Number one, if you actually know your topic, if you know your topic, you search your audience from the topic. You search your audience from the theme of the program.
Mm,
You search your audience from, like, for example, somebody that is, as you mentioned, somebody in Milo competition is actually interested in the competition going on.
Mm-hmm.
So when I
definitely.
say you research your audience, don't research your audience by just researching them. That's how you tailor your content. You
Mm,
know the hiccups, like the hiccups in that topic. You know what people want to hear. You know the answers that people have been waiting for on that topic. It's just like talking about it's like talking about this Bitcoin or cryptocurrency.
cryptocurrency.
You know the only problem some people do not have about that cryptocurrency is that okay, it's not stable. Today it can be here, tomorrow it can be there. So from now on, they ask you to talk about something about cryptocurrency. Like from there, you can actually get to know what you're going to tell them. What type of questions is in your audience mind. You understand what I'm trying to say here? So that's how you tailor your content. That's how you tailor your speech. That's how you tailor your speech to what that will resonate with with your audience.
Yeah.
So,
And
but
to
if you
answer,
don't know your topic,
yeah.
if you don't know your topic, you don't know your team. If you don't know your topic, you don't know your team. But you find yourself in an environment, at least you know where you are. So from your environment, from that community, you can actually tailor your, like, at least, okay, just find yourself in a community and be like, what do you want me to tell you about today?
Yeah, you
This
can speak
topic.
to people there. Oh, what's this thing about? What's happening here?
Exactly,
So
exactly,
get to know
exactly,
what's really happening. All
exactly.
this.
So, John, I hope you've answered your question to the best of our
Yeah.
And you know,
capacity.
to also answer John on why, like I said,
Okay.
people usually think, I mean, I don't have to be a leader to be a public speaker, but it's very important to know. Because one, like I said, you have to drive vision. That's number one. Number two, you have to drive I tell you, nobody wants to pay attention, but nobody wants to be involved with something that is not credible. Nobody,
Mm.
nobody wants to be involved with it. For instance, I'm telling people about Ivy League. As a public speaker, I need to be able to pass a message of credibility. This is
Definitely.
why I want you to be in. So it is how I pass that message of credibility that gets people involved in what I'm doing. Right?
Mm.
Another reason why as a leader you have to articulate because of conflict resolution. So you can find yourself in a place where there's conflict. It could be a meeting, it could be a conference or anything, but there's conflict, right? Because a public speaker has to drive three primary purposes. You need to pass that message. Inside that message, there's a way you pass it, which is the communication aspect of it. So you are passing a message, at the same time you are communicating, and at the same time you are getting results. So if you pass a message without the format of communication and getting results, it has defeated the entire purpose.
Finish. That
If
one
you
is
arrive at
not
results
finished.
without passing, if you arrive at results without passing the message,
Passing a message.
you've also resulted to nothing.
Mm.
Because again, you don't have a process of how you came to that point. So it's in three ways. Pass a message. As you are passing that message, make sure that you are communicating. The communication here now is not the talking. It is the buying of your audience mind. That's the
Mind, getting their attention.
buying their mind is the communication here. It's a dialogue, but you are the only one talking.
Talking.
It's a
But I
dialogue.
wanted to mention that, like, if you are not engaging your audience, you are not communicating. There's
Right?
difference
Yes,
between
so
speaking and communicating.
Yeah.
effective
So
communication is not
yeah,
complete until you edit it back.
Exactly.
And
remember that
Exactly. Thank you very
remember
much for
that you
that.
cannot be in their mind to know, right? But you can tell from their attention, you can tell from their body language, you can also tell from the way the event is going as at that time. So these three things will help you to know, am I talking? Because once you start to talk to people, you would know if you are being distractive or if you are passing a clear message. The audience will tell you clear, very clear. And even while you are talking, you have to be paying attention to this, your audience, to know if you are really giving them what they want.
once.
So it's the
That's true.
message, it's the communication, and it's the result. You cannot arrive at all of these three without being an excellent public speaker. Once you have all these three in check, then you're an excellent public speaker.
Public
You do
speaker.
not have to
Okay.
come with appearing in public and demonstrating and shouting, and it doesn't have to be that.
With that,
Yes,
thank you very much.
because a
Seriously,
lot of people have
it's
the
very,
way
very
they drive
necessary.
messages, right? People have the way
Yeah.
they drive messages. Again, you want to pay attention to the environment where you are. There are some environment that do not require you raising your hand and shouting. People will
No, boss.
instantly not talk to you.
So this guy do okay,
That's part of
so
studying your audience.
Someone
That's
just
part
begin
of
to
studying your audience. Thank you very much for that, Phil. It's part of
yeah.
thank
studying your
you.
audience, studying where you are.
Thank you so. In fact, you guys are. It's doing as if we should just keep talking, but if we continue like this, trust me, we are
We're
going to
never
stay here
going to
for.
end because it's from
It's like
experience,
you're
it's from
talking to the
practice.
people, like
You
Yeah,
have to
people of
practice
the
what
top
yeah.
works for
1%
you.
of the top 1%, and you're shouting.
Honestly,
Like, you're talking to
You have to
high
practice
caliber
what
honestly.
people.
what
No,
works for
you
you
have
can
to.
do else. You just
So
have to
so
Thank
practice.
guys,
you. That's good.
I think thank you guys, thank you so much. But let's still be on. I think I have Chisom here. I don't know if Chisom can
Okay.
hear us. Chisom, can you hear us?
So that's great.
Our network has been going back and forth since, but I don't know
I
if
think she's back
she's here
now. I
with
think
us.
she's back now.
Yes, I actually put her on, but I'm not sure she can actually hear anything. Chisom,
Yeah, she has
can you
gone.
hear us? She has gone off.
She has
Okay,
gone.
so Yeah. So this has been, in fact, from the beginning of this session, in fact, from this leadership training, honestly, there has never been any dulling moment. Like everything has been so top notch, and in fact, kudos to Ivy League. Let's just give kudos to Ivy
Seriously,
League.
seriously.
On,
Let me see people appreciating Ivy League in their chat section. So like we
yes, you
actually
guys should just
appreciate them for putting all of
start
that
something
together.
on that chat session. We need a fire emoji. We need everything we can actually. Okay, Chisom, are you here? Can you hear us? I understand the network is showing you double shaking.
Turn off again.
Oluwachi giving you Hausa, Igbo, and Yoruba name. All right, guys. So you've heard from our amazing guys. Like these are actually the guys that, in fact, they contributed to all this training and everything. Okay, Chisom,
Okay, I think Chisom
can you
is
hear
there.
can you hear us, Chisom?
Oh, amazing, Chisom. It's good to have you here. I've
Chisom,
personally
you're
met
welcome.
Chisom. I've personally met Chisom. Chisom is an amazing student.
Yes, I saw a
Met
video
her.
too. I saw a video.
Yes.
Wow, Chisom, good to have you here.
As a matter of
Welcome.
fact, as at the time we had a public speaking at Chisom School, I'd gotten a book from the school. I'm
Wow.
still
Wow,
reading that book. It's a very, very effective. Honestly, it's a very effective book. So
wow,
I'm sure they got
wow,
value from what they did.
Wow.
I mean, they did. Chisom, it's nice to
wow.
have you here. I don't know if you can hear us clearly.
The way our network is doing, like Michael, it is well. Chisom, can you hear us? Can you say something to the audience and what you've actually gained from this session so far, from the beginning to this time? So over to you, Chisom.
Unmute yourself. You have to unmute yourself
Unmute your
first.
mic.
I,
Unmute your mic so we
I
can
think
hear
she's unmuted already. It's just that the network is giving her serious shaky.
Shiggy.
she's okay. Maybe you should join back. Can log out and join in back. Then just unmute.
you.
I
Okay,
think
so Chisom,
that's
try logging out and logging in
John,
again.
if you don't forget, I still want to talk about what you should not do when you're giving an effective
yes. Yeah,
speech.
why would I forget? It's not possible because I told you I'm actually interested in that because this is actually what you should not do. Yeah, people usually like to hear what you should do, but you want what you should not do. I like that. So, Ayobami can go ahead while we wait for Chisom to come. Ayo, are you with us? Okay, guys, I really want you to go to our social media platform and tweet anything you've actually learned from this particular section. In fact, from the beginning of this training, we've been having these speakers. We had the likes of our pastor Taiwo, Ajani, and so many great speakers. All right, so please go and engage our social media platform. Follow us. Let me put it as a slide so that it will be rotating there for you guys to see. So follow us on all social media platforms because we have something huge is coming and you don't want to miss it. Trust me, something huge is coming on, I believe, and you don't want to miss that stuff. So and it's going to actually be for just the members. All right, if you are not part of our community, you need to be part of our community. For you to be part of our community, you need to follow us. Follow us on all social media platforms to be part of our community. So you guys it under your screen there. You can actually see it. Okay, follow us on Instagram and on Twitter at Ivy Lead. Follow us on Facebook and on LinkedIn and YouTube at Ivy Space Lead. All right, the first one is at underscore Ivy Lead. Okay, the second one, which is LinkedIn and YouTube, is what is Ivy Space Lead. So by the time you go to your YouTube now, of course, you guys are even watching us on YouTube already. So what you just need to do is just hit the subscribe button, all right? Hit that button and subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss out on anything at all. Don't miss out on any, and make sure you hit that notification bell because it's very, very hit that bell. You are going to miss any event. All right. And for you to be part of our community, I already said it. Make sure you follow us on all the social media platforms and send us a personal message. You send us a message on LinkedIn, send us a message on Instagram, send us a message on Twitter, and we'll respond to you. All right, guys. I think Ayobami are here with us. Ayobami, are you here with us to
Yes,
continue
I'm
your
here
session?
now. I'm here now.
We have just 5 minutes to do that before we call it
Okay, I'm here now.
a session.
before we call it a
Okay,
day,
good.
it has actually been very interactive. So thank you very much,
I'm
John.
telling you. Yeah.
One of the things you should not do if you are giving if you are giving an effective speech or if you are giving an effective presentation. One of the things you should not do, number one, is failing to prepare. That's number one. No, I mentioned something like if you don't prepare by writing on your book on a piece of paper, you prepare by writing on a note or prepare by writing on your head. Like if
Mm.
you don't go up there and be like, I want to rehearse, I want to
Mm-hmm.
freestyle. This is not music.
Mm. Mm.
So you prepare in your mind. Like if you fail to prepare, one thing is that if you fail to prepare, you prepare to fail.
Mm.
So they say
Excellent. Please, Ayobami, can you please hold on? I think Chisom
no
is here with
problem.
us
Chase
now.
on before
I
she
don't know
actually
if
leaves
I,
us again. Okay.
yes, a network.
Okay, yes,
So
yes.
Chisom,
Let her
can
back,
we
let
hear
her back,
from
let her back.
you? Can you say something?
Yes. So can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear
Loud and
you.
clear.
So good
Okay,
to have you
finally.
here. Good to have you here. I'm so glad. In fact, when I watched your video, I was like, wow, who is this lady? I need to meet this lady. And finally, technology has actually brought us together, and I'm seeing you.
Okay.
Don't worry.
Now I remember,
So,
I remember, I remember.
you remember, right? So, just tell us what you've actually benefited from Ivy Lead and everything that this organization has actually given to you. Just let us know, let the audience know. So, you're on the stage now, everybody's watching you.
Okay, so I got to know about Ivy when they came to my school. And that particular day, they came twice actually, but the first and they made their agenda known, like
Okay.
what Ivy League are about. And I got to know that okay, so that day Mr. Mayowa came, is the one that came that day, and some this thing coppers too. I think that other auntie that came, I think she was among them. So they talked about leadership and some of the old years that they talked about that day is that leadership is all about putting yourself as a leader. You have to put others before you. Yes,
Mm.
and put others before you. So you don't have to. Should I say you don't have to? And again, those who talked about skill acquisition too, gaining a skill and everything. So the whole seminar, like Auntie Favor rightly said, she said that they are all connected. They are all connected, and
Yes, connected.
they're all connected. So as a leader, you cannot have like you have to be very good in the communication aspect, how to communicate, because if you are very bad at that communication aspect, you cannot work effectively, because sometimes like you meet people that are very annoying, but if you cannot tell them settle down, just be patient with them and just pass your message, you won't be able to, in short, everything will just be rowdy. So and again, we also have communication. We have several, sorry, we have communication, time management, and everything.
And well,
Patience
so
also.
have you what can you really say about stage fright and how are you able to conquer it? Because I see when I watched your video, I see a kind of person that this one you're not even updating stage or anything. The way you were just giving it to us back to back, and I was like, I said, wow, who is this person? So how are you actually able to overcome that? And what kind of message do you have audience for the people that are actually watching now when it comes to stage fright and everything?
Okay, so first of all, I was not this very bold person from start. The whole thing happened in SS just two. Okay, so in just two, we're meant to do a presentation. So I was a very shy person. I don't like talking because I know that I cannot talk. So after the whole presentation of a thing, I finally came out and I presented. Unfortunately,
Ouch, network, not now. Not now, man, not now. Wow, wow. Okay, Ayobami, let me put you back on. I don't know if you are with AY. So, yeah, so Chisholm was actually part of the students we went to a school. That was sometime last 2 months. to speak to them and everything. And she has been this consistent member and this committed member to Ivy Lead. So we actually brought her in to actually give us some things that this organization has impacted in her. And she's already doing justice to that. So we are going to have her back when our network is stable. So Bami, over to you. You can go on. Today is the grand finale, so the audience will allow us to use more time, right?
Actually, I won't be staying. I won't actually take the time. Let me just quickly
You-
round it up.
Okay,
This
just
is what I actually want to say. So,
all right, all right.
number one is failing to prepare. Like, if you
Okay.
prepare, you prepare to fail. That's the truth about it.
Mm.
You fail to prepare, you prepare to fail. Even if you don't write it on a piece of paper, you write it in your notes or write it.
You are going. Your voice is not really clear. I can't.
Okay, can you hear me now? Am I talking better now?
Yes, I can hear you better.
Okay, thank you very much. So I said, if you prepare to fail, you fail to prepare. So that's the first thing. The second thing is, okay, it's not the mistake I made just now that John corrected. Speaking quietly or hesitantly. Like when you're speaking quietly, when you're actually giving a public speech or giving a presentation, is a no, you must not do that. Like your voice should be intimidating. It should be the loudest. Like you should be the one. Like they must hear you loud and clear. You should not speak quietly when you're actually giving a public speech. That's the second thing. The third thing is maybe you're actually using qualifiers like if you're not sure of yourself when you're speaking, like you're using I may be wrong about this fact, or what do I know about this? You should do away with something like that. Like I may be wrong.
Self-doubt.
That's when actually you must be confident in what you're actually saying. Self-doubt. Thank you very much. You must not doubt yourself when you're actually giving a speech outside in public. Don't use qualifiers like I may be wrong, or what do I know about this? No, you are allowed to be humble, but when you're asked to speak, they want to learn at least one thing from you. But when you're actually doubting yourself, people will just turn off. I think you get what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
So,
I get you. I get you.
Another thing is talking too fast. Talking too fast when you're actually giving your presentation. So I'm here to talk about this, and I know you actually understand what I'm trying to say. So everything. No, come on. Go slow and steady the same way. Like follow, like let them follow your words line by line. Don't talk too fast. Even if you are timed, I will say something. If you are timed in a speech and what you want to say is too much, you know what? You have to reduce your content. It's not like if you give them everything and you are being fast about it, they will not learn anything. If they gave you, you are given 5 minutes to talk about something that you should have used 20 minutes to talk about, you have to reduce it to 5 minutes speech. Because if you talk too fast, you've not communicated. I hope you get me. Another thing is using technical words without explaining. Using technical words without explaining. Like you don't expect people to bring dictionary with them when they're actually coming to listen to you. Do you?
Exactly.
So
exactly.
you don't
start checking.
exactly like what's this? It will actually put your number one. There are some things you do to your speaker. It will put them off, or it will not make them feel. It won't make them feel proud of themselves. Like if this is my mate saying grammar about this thing, I don't know anything. They will be off about what you're saying. They will lose interest in what you want to tell them. I hope I'm actually communicating.
Wow.
So
This
you
is
don't use no. There are some things that there are some situations that you need to mention technical words, but you have to explain them.
Definitely.
It's not everywhere that is everywhere is just simple. No, there are some things. Maybe you actually explain something about engineering, or you are in an engineering seminar, or you are in a very like people that even if you are speaking to doctors and professors. Even if you are speaking to doctors and professors, you actually have to explain all technicality in your words. Like it will let your speaker know that you know what you are talking about. It will let your audience know that you know what you are talking about. You just don't say big words without explaining them. So if it's necessary for you to use those big words, you must explain them. I hope you get me.
Yeah, you must break it down
So
for your audience to be able to capture.
Exactly. So that's just some things that you must not do anytime you're actually giving a public speech. And another thing
Wow.
is forgetting to make, like, when you're actually not making eye contact, when you are looking down, you are giving presentation, you are looking down, you're not looking at your audience. You are not, like, if you are forgetting to make eye contact with your audience, you are making a big mistake. So
Mhm.
you look them in the eye.
Wow.
Yoruba will say one adage. I'm sorry, I'm going to use it. Yoruba will say, Junior or what?
Landing
Like,
page.
look me in the
It's
eye,
on the
look
face that
me and
there's
tell me what you feel.
is, is it the face that there's what? Abby? Oh my god, all right. Oh my god, all right. All right. So okay, I about
So
I think
last thing, last thing,
yeah, yeah,
last thing, sorry,
you're the
last
last
thing. So
drop, so you
last thing
can
is misusing your visual aids, misusing your visual aids. I know John actually mentioned how to use visual aids. When you are misusing them, then you're actually doing something wrong. And last thing is having low energy. Having low energy. No, 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 no. You don't have low energy when you're actually talking in public. You
public.
must be
Yeah.
like that. Your charisma must be there. Talk to them using different aids, like gesture and everything like that.
Wow.
I hope you
Wow.
all get me.
Wow. I'm sure
So
in
that
fact, even me, I can't really sometimes I used to is this I about me that I chat with like every time. The way he's speaking like it's actually the boss.
I
So thank you so much. Thank you so much.
say,
But please stay on. We still have some information to pass to the people. And but let's have what's it called? Chisom. Chisom, yeah. So Chisom, let me just ask you a question shortly
Sir.
before we you've been for okay, you've actually known I believe for some time now. And what message can you actually send to the people that are not part of this community? What do you want to tell them? Just give them a short word. People that are not part of this community, or people that are they are there but they are not really taking it as they are supposed to take it. So, what message do you have for the younger generation and for the audience that are not part of the Ivy League community?
Okay, so first of all, if you are not on this platform, you're actually missing. You're missing a lot because you can actually see our, shall I say, our country now, and you can actually see the way our leaders are kind of making lots of mistakes and everything. But with a
Mm,
platform like Ivy Lead, you can be able to avert some mistakes made by our leaders now because there's a training forum for people so that when you get to any leadership positions in life, there's just say there's a less probability that you make that same mistakes that some people or some people that did not have the opportunity to be in such leadership position where they are groomed will make. So please, I believe it's a very good platform. Like I'm so
round
glad
of
like I'm
applause for
be
Ivy.
like this is
That's
the right
beautiful.
thing. So that's Isha.
Thank you
wow,
very much, Isam.
thank you
Thank you
so
very, very
much,
much.
Chisom. Thank you so much, Ravi. And I hope you are going to still bring in all your friends to Ivy League, and
For people that don't know, Chisom is still in secondary school, but she has
yes,
been following, like they say something, follow who know road.
exactly.
No, no, no lost. So she has been following the people that actually actually no, leader is somebody that what that actually knows the way, choose the way, and goes the way, right? A
Mm.
leader is somebody like it's I think they mentioned it in our first week, right?
Yes,
A leader is
yes.
somebody that actually knows the way,
Shows the way.
goes the way, and shows the way.
Shows the way.
Like you
Exactly.
know the way, then you go the way and you show the way. So Chisom is already a leader because
It's already a
before
leader.
like Chisom exactly she's already a leader. She's already a
So
leader.
thank you
So that's very
so much.
beautiful. That's very
Thank you
beautiful.
so much. Good to have you, Chisom. God bless you. Take care. So Ayobami, it's now the time to draw the curtain. All right, it's the time to draw the
Uh,
curtain.
I actually want people to fill a form.
Yes,
Has
I'm
it been sent
going to
to
send it
them?
to the chat. Yes, I'm going to send it to the chat now. So,
Okay,
guys, I want
please send
you
it.
guys to fill
Please
this
send it to them.
uh, particular form right now. Okay, I want you to fill this form, and the form is actually for you to be part of our community. Right?
No,
So, you
it's
fill
actually a feedback
the
form.
form.
It's a feedback form.
Okay, the feedback form. Okay, can we have the one
Exactly,
that
it's a
we can
feedback.
actually connect them to the community to? But the form is there already. So for you guys to just go ahead and fill the form. So you can have the one that can actually take us, make them to join our community. I think you just post it there. So guys, it's time to drop the course, like to draw the course. Okay, we started it since the first week of July, and we went through different sessions. Okay, and in fact, different topics. And please, all of these, we have all of these things on our YouTube channel. Okay, it is there. Just go there. You see it week 1, you see week 2, you see week 3, and you see week 4. And today's one will be made available tonight. So for those of you that maybe missed, you can actually still go to be shared to you and can actually still rewatch and also share to your friends and your enemies too. Yeah, your enemies is very important. Okay, so that you don't come and disturb you again. But when they are not informed, they
Tell
will
your
keep
friends to
disturbing.
tell your enemies.
Yes, so so my name is John, okay, from Ivy Lead, and that is Ayobami from also from Ivy Lead. Okay, so we are actually cooking something huge for you guys, and trust me, you don't want it. And the only way you won't miss that thing is when you become part of our community. And how do you become part of our community? The only way you can become part of our community is by following us and filling the feedback form, and some of the form are going to be dropping the link shortly. So guys, before we go, I don't know if Ayobami, if you have any parting words to your audience. Of course you do. Why not? So
What I just want to, I always have something to say. If you give me time, I will actually speak to the rest of today.
I beg.
So what I just want to say, like, don't like let there be difference between you that you spend some time being here. Not that you don't have anything valuable, any other valuable thing to do with your time, but you are here on this call, in this meeting, in this training to gain something. Don't like make use of what you've learned. Make use of from day one, from the week 1 that we started. Make use of. Don't just write it down on your phone. Don't just practice it. Like take time into practice. Like they're actually something you can incorporate in your everyday life. Like everything we've been talking about is something you can incorporate in your everyday life. So don't just write it. Like let there be difference between you that you actually here for the training and those that did not come. Then you'll be talking for people be like, how old are you? See how you're talking. But it's because of IVD. Thank God for IVD. No, let that be in you. Seriously, like let that be in you. Seriously. So and put like I always say smile. It's like smile. Even smiling is it's not like it's not it's like smile. Even in difficult situation, always smile. As we know, everybody they go through different shades of shaking, different
yes,
shades, but
so different
always smile.
shades.
If you are talking to your audience and you are smiling, they'll be like, what's even funny? Like you are still smiling. Like let there be warmth in your voice. Oh, that's just what I have for them. Like that's what I have. Make use of what you've
Wow.
been learning. Seriously.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. There's always something new to learn from you every day. Thank you so much. And thank you to the audience that have they've taken their time to subscribe they use their data to join every day, weekly. They don't miss out on anything. Thank you guys. Thank you so much for being a part of this particular successful training that we've been doing since first week of July. So thank you so much, guys. And please don't forget to follow us on all our social media platforms. It is there. And on that note, I want to say I love you. Take care and bye.
Okay.